Students, up to now we have completed digestive system and I have explained you that how digestion takes place in human being. Today we are going to start the another important process taking place inside the human being, that is respiration. Students, before starting respiration process, I should explain you the importance of the gas which we inhale inside and which gas we exhale outside. As you all know that whenever we breathe, breathing is a process in which we breathe in oxygen and exhale out carbon dioxide, isn't it? So to explain such type of active reactions that we are getting oxygen inside and carbon dioxide outside, we have an activity 6.4. In this activity, it was taken two test tubes, and these two test tube we have added freshly prepared lime water. As you all know that lime water is calcium hydroxide, and why we have taken it freshly prepared? We know that if we are not taking the calcium hydroxide freshly, then we are not going to get our desired result. When we add carbon dioxide to it, it is not going to show the milkiness or milky solution. Okay, so it is the first precaution that whenever we perform such type of activities, whenever we are taking lime water, it should be freshly prepared. So we have taken two test tubes as shown in figure 6.7. In both the test tube we add lime water. In test tube A we are adding oxygen with the help of pichkari. When we use this pichkari inside test tube A, the whole air is getting inside the test tube and reacting with lime water. We will see that there will be no change in test tube A. Whereas in test tube B, we have taken some amount of lime water, and with the help of a tube, we exhale out carbon dioxide with our mouth. So what we see that after some times of exhaling CO2, the lime water solution turns milky, which indicate the presence of carbon dioxide in the air that we breathe out. So by this activity, what conclusion we got? We got an conclusion that whenever we exhale out carbon dioxide gas, and when it comes in contact with freshly prepared lime water, it turns milky. Okay, then come to activity 6.5. In this activity 6.5, he want to explain the process of fermentation. Student, you should know that fermentation means whenever we are taking any fruit juice or sugar solution and adding some amount of yeast to it, then it should be kept in absence of oxygen. And in absence of oxygen, this fruit juice or sugar solution get converted into ethanol as well as carbon dioxide. So we can say that fermentation is a process in which we take any fruit juice or sugar solution, add some amount of yeast to it, and in absence of oxygen, it get converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide, and a some amount of energy is thrown out in this type of reaction. Okay, so in activity 6.4 and 6.5, we have seen that whenever we give out the gas is CO2, carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is the waste gas which is thrown out by our body. So, students, many students get confused between the process of breathing as well as respiration. Breathing and respiration are two different processes in which breathing means inhaling oxygen inside and respiration means oxidation of glucose, in which we are having glucose oxidized to give carbon dioxide, water and energy. So I think now the basic difference between breathing and respiration is clear to you all. Breathing means taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide, whereas respiration means the oxidation of glucose to give carbon dioxide, water and energy. So students, we have three type of oxidation seen during whenever this glucose mix with oxygen. What are these three type? If we see, first one is when glucose react with oxygen in presence of oxygen. That is called uh, that is called aerobic respiration. The respiration in which glucose is oxidized in presence of oxygen, that is called aerobic. And we have two cases of anaerobic. First one is lack, another one is absence. In lack of oxygen, it always form lactic acid, and in absence of oxygen it form ethanol with carbon dioxide and some amount of energy. Students, this figure 6.8 explain you that how oxidation of glucose takes place. It is very important. It explain that the flow chart, that how glucose oxidize in presence of oxygen, in absence of oxygen and in lack of oxygen. So I think up to here you know that how activity 6.4 show the presence of carbon dioxide, then what is the process of fermentation, and next we have done how the oxidation or the breakdown of glucose takes place in different path. Students, in our next lecture we are going to read this flow chart in brief. So till then, have a good day. Bye bye.